guys. So, guess what? The MCU reviews are finally back. So, the last time we talked about an MCU movie, we left off at Spider-Man No Way Home. What a great way to kind of end it before putting a pause on it. But now we're back with our MCU movie reviews. And I wanted to get back into it so that I could start building up the hype as we get closer to Fantastic Four this upcoming month. So, we now move on to Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Now, I'm just going to come out and say it. I don't love this movie. I don't love this movie. It's not a bad movie. Not a bad movie at all. But I don't love it. For me, this movie has... The movie's biggest problem is that this is a movie that relies on too much other MCU movies and TV shows in order for you to understand what's happening. I watched this movie, and I hadn't watched WandaVision in a while. So it was kind of the perfect time for me to kind of watch this movie so that I could see... Would I feel the need to have to go back and watch WandaVision again? And the answer to that question is actually, yeah, I do believe, because there are parts of this movie where I had to kind of remind myself, wait a minute, so what happened in WandaVision? How did this happen? How did this occur? So I feel like this is a movie that relies a little too much on... If you haven't seen WandaVision, then you're probably not going to understand what's going on in this film. Spider-Man No Way Home, not so much, because there's only like one reference to No Way Home, and that's when Doctor Strange tells America Chavez that that was the last time they ran into like a multiverse incident. But other than that, but then there's that, and then there's some stuff that happens throughout the movie, like I'm not gonna lie, the fact that they really don't really explore the multiverse as much as I would like them to. We only go to like 2 different universes, and it's kind of unfortunate because for a movie that's called The Multiverse of Madness, you would think that we'd explore more different universes, different realities, and we just don't. And that's unfortunate, But that being said, Sam Raimi, I still contend, was the perfect choice to direct this movie. It has a very Evil Dead vibe to it. I love Wanda. Wanda is easily the best character in the entire movie. That scene where she kills the Illuminati is one of the most intense action sequences I've ever seen in any movie, period. And yeah, I just think this is a fantastic. I just think the movie has. If the movie was more standalone-ish and didn't rely so heavily on previous MCU movies and TV shows in order to enjoy it, I feel like the movie would have worked a lot better. But yeah. Oh, and by the way, this movie easily has 2 of the absolute worst post-credit scenes ever. Stephen Strange, you caused an incursion. We're gonna fix it. All right, third eyeball, hop into a portal. It's just like that's a little silly. And then the second post-credit scene is absolutely one of the most pointless things ever. Even though, yes, because it's Sam Raimi, it's Bruce Campbell. Sam Raimi obviously is going to have his very typical Bruce Campbell cameo. It is just a little like when you get the whole it's all about cut to black. I'm just like not really good. But overall, this isn't a bad movie. It's not a bad movie. I didn't hate watching it. I enjoyed it for the most part. I just think it has a lot of issues that I feel like could have benefited from another rewrite. And a little less handcuffs on Sam Raimi, because I feel like Sam Raimi could have given us something special had he not been had he not had to fit Doctor Strange within this MCU, you know. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Join me next time for the continuation of the MCU reviews as we talk about Thor: Love and Thunder.